Let's take you to this now. Every year, over 10,000 babies are abandoned in South Africa, with the vast majority of them found dead. This is according to Baby Savers South Africa, a national coalition of organizations working to put an end to unsafe infant abandonment. Now, let's discuss this. We're now joined by teams by Justin Grobbler, Grace Baby Haven founder. Thank you so much for your time this afternoon. Not an easy conversation. On average, just talk to us about how many babies do you receive at your facilities?
Well, we run normally between 3 to 5 babies straight through the year. All infants between 0 to 3 months old when we do get them in our house. Yeah.
And of course, we are hearing about those statistics that we've just read that, some of these babies that are abandoned, of the 10,000 each year, some of them don't make it. Just talk to us about some of the reasons behind child abandonment and what happens to these children once they are found and saved.
Firstly, I think the figure of 10,000 is very low. It's more in the region of 100,000 plus babies are abandoned every year, with the survival rate very, very low. 3,500 babies survive abandonment. How it works in South Africa is a baby is abandoned and immediately the SABC and the local social workers are informed and they rush to the scene. The babies are then immediately taken to a hospital. The full checkup will be done there at hospital, and then a whole investigation is set out to try and find the family of origins. Where does this baby come from? We come in that space where that baby can't just stay at hospital for months and months at end. The babies then come to facilities like ours across South Africa, and we take care of them, make sure that they're healthy and fit while the investigations take place. If the investigation finds that no family of origins is found, or that no family members are capable of taking care of the babies, we start the process of foster caring and foster caring the babies after a 3-month period.
And just on that, foster caring, how big is it in South Africa? I mean, I would imagine the pressures that NPOs are facing currently, some of them, of course, funding has been stripped away, from government. And I would imagine it is a battle. How big is fostering in South Africa, and does that alleviate some of the burden?
Yeah, so the NPOs, like ourselves, we struggle mainly with finances. We are 100% community funded. The government, unfortunately, does not fund NPOs like us to the extent that they have to. Even your social workers do this at a very low monthly fee that they do get from the department. The funding should be upped quite a lot to really sustain the need that is out there.
Continue, Justin.
Sorry, I just lost you there for a second. So yes, funding is a big problem. I mean, the medical expenses that we need to take care of for these babies do range to between 4,000 and 5,000 rand a month per baby just to get them healthy.
What risk are these children exposed to, particularly those that are abandoned randomly? I mean, we hear of stories every day of children just being left on the doorstep of a house, or like one example of a child who left her baby, with a stranger and just never came back.
Yeah, we find a lot of cases like that where mothers give birth in hospitals and then they just leave. So that is mostly what we do find. It is a sad reality of the fact this is a pandemic that we have in South Africa, where really a lot of babies are just left. So the first thing is you need to establish the health of the baby. So a full checkup needs to be done. You don't know if that baby has been exposed to HIV, has been exposed to drugs, has been exposed to alcohol misuse, so all of this plays a big role in trying to get these babies healthy again. And trying to give them a future.
So we know that abandonment is unlawful in this country, I would imagine in every other country. When you receive a child who has been, a baby who has been abandoned, I mean, when you talk about these numbers, they are quite staggering, over 100,000. What are the necessary processes that you take as an NPO, and where do you involve government, the SABC, etc.?
Yeah, so we work closely with the SABC and with the social workers in the area and with the Department of Social Development. And they take care of most of the legal stuff. NPOs like myself, we are solely focused on the health of the baby. In many cases, the women that do abandon their babies are children themselves, and they also need help and are also in very bad positions. And luckily, we have good social workers in South Africa, people that really do it for the cause and love the cause. It is a sad fact that it is a reality that we are facing every day. But yeah, the SABC is always available for assistance, and we always tell the local communities there is a better way to get in touch with your social workers rather than to just abandon your baby next to the road, or even worse, in a bush or something. But reach out to your local police stations, reach out to your local NPOs. We are there to assist you 24/7.
A centre like yours, what assistance do you need, particularly from private donors or just members of the public who want to assist? Where would they begin?
Yeah, so currently we always need what we call consumables. We always need nappies and milk and formula and medicine and so forth. So if you are in a community and you are a private practitioner or a pediatric doctor, reach out to organizations like us, and because we always need your help. So there's a lot of places where you can get involved. Organizations like ourselves, we need finances. It's not for free. We need to pay inoculations. We need to pay for all the medical expenses. That is one thing that we always need. Another top tip before getting involved, make sure you know the NPO. Make sure that they are registered with all the authorities before you hand over your cash. Another thing is we always need bigger vehicles. So if you can just we've got 5 babies in most months of the year. To take them for inoculations, we need to drive 3 times because you can only get 2 car seats in a normal car. So combis are always needed for transportation of these babies to hospital, for their checkups every 2 weeks, for their inoculations, and also for the court cases, because the babies also need to go to court when the court cases are there and finalized.
Justin, appreciate your time this afternoon. Thank you so much for what you do, as well as the foundation. Of course, that was Justin Grobbler, and he is from the Grace Baby Haven, and he is the founder of that NPO.